Did she pick up that jacket at a secondhand shop? One of the teens jeered, gesturing toward the woman seated quietly by gate C9. Her jacket, a faded olive green, was threadbare at the cuffs, its patches sewn on unevenly, weathered by time. She didn't stand out. Gray streaks wove through her neatly tied bun. She wore sneakers instead of combat boots, and a duffel bag rested beneath her chair. She stayed silent, unfazed, her gaze steady on the runway, serene and composed. A gate agent offered her a courteous nod, though visibly puzzled about why someone like her was in the priority boarding section. Others pegged her as an aging hippie or perhaps a military poser. Her name remained a mystery, but her quiet presence carried a weight that the people around her couldn't yet grasp. Then the general appeared, striding through the terminal in full dress uniform, aides at his sides, moving with purpose. Heads turned, people nodded, some snapped selfies as he passed. But he halted abruptly, his eyes fixed on the woman in the worn green jacket. His posture stiffened, his jaw tightened, and he snapped a salute so crisp it seemed to reverberate through the glass walls. The terminal fell quiet. The teenagers froze, their laughter choking off. "Major Wren," the general said, his voice steady with respect. "Permission to speak freely, Mom?" For the first time since arriving, she looked up, a faint smile crossing her face. She nodded, granting permission. He knelt before her, still in his pristine uniform, taking her weathered hand in his. "I studied your mission in officer school. You held that hill for 3 days. No backup, no rest, 16 lives saved." A murmur spread through the gate. Phones came out, recording the moment. The same people who had mocked her jacket now scrambled to piece together who she was. That patch they'd ridiculed? It belonged to the 17th Tactical Recon Unit, disbanded years ago after a legendary, once classified mission in Kosovo. Major Eleanor Wren had been its commander. Her story, only recently declassified, told of a lone female officer who defied orders to retreat, holding her ground until air support arrived. A mission now hailed as one of the most courageous last stands in modern military history. Yet she never spoke of it, never chased recognition. She'd retired quietly, cared for her disabled brother, and volunteered at local shelters. The general stood and faced the crowd. "This woman is why I joined the Army. Her photo sits in my office. I've shared her story with cadets nationwide, and today I have the privilege of meeting her in person." The silence broke into applause, tentative at first, then swelling. Gate C9 erupted into a standing ovation. The teenagers stared at the floor, ashamed. One muttered, "I didn't know." Major Wren rose, smoothed her jacket, and gave the general a nod, at ease. Laughter returned, now warm, respectful. She boarded her flight with quiet dignity, duffel slung over her shoulder, patch displayed on her sleeve. The story went viral before the plane even took off. "Old jacket, timeless honor," one headline read. "General salutes unsung hero," declared another. Major Wren's inbox flooded. News outlets clamored for interviews. She turned them all down. Her only comment came in an email to a young woman studying military history. "A jacket doesn't define the soldier, but sometimes it reminds the world who they were." She carried on as always, quiet, humble, steadfast. But her moment at Gate C9 shifted how people viewed not just her, but every veteran they'd overlooked. What some mock in ignorance, others salute with reverence. Respect isn't only forged in battle, it's carried in silence, sewn into patches, and recognized by those who truly understand sacrifice. Before we wrap up this story, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. If this tale moved you, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and drop a karma in the comments below.